Despite, or perhaps because of, numerous scandals over the past decade, the Duggar family continues to fascinate viewers worldwide. Since their reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting hit the air in 2008, fans have been following the famous family's every move. They fascinated us with their bizarre courtship rules, gentle parenting practices, tater-tot casseroles, and obsession with skirts. And now, with Counting On, a TLC spin-off featuring some of the Duggar kids and their families, it seems the Duggars can't let the limelight or controversy go. Keep watching to get some insight into the real-life soap opera that is the Duggar family. The Josh Duggar scandal that began it all. In 2015, fans of TLC's popular Duggar family-centered TV show, 19 Kids and Counting, were shocked when news broke that, as a teen, eldest son Josh Duggar molested 5 girls, including his sisters. Not only did father Jim Bob Duggar wait an entire year to report the incident to authorities, he also denied them access when they wanted to interview Josh in 2006. By then, the 3-year statute of limitation was up anyway. Instead, all Josh received was a stern talking to from a local state trooper, who was later jailed on child pornography charges and a stint in a Christian counseling program. TLC canceled the Duggars show as advertisers and once loyal fans left in droves. Josh Duggar does it again, caught for infidelity and paying a porn star. Not long after this early abuse came to light, Josh Duggar made headlines again when it was discovered he had spent almost $1,000 on an Ashley Madison account. Duggar admitted to using the platform, which facilitates extramarital affairs, to cheat on his wife between 2013 and 2015, calling himself, quote, the biggest hypocrite ever in an official statement. Then, less than a year later, porn star Danica Dillon sued Josh Duggar for $500,000. She said Duggar had paid her for sex and proceeded to choke her, call her demeaning names, and force her to perform rough sexual acts. Duggar vehemently denied the claims, and Dillon eventually dropped the suit. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar prevented their midwife-trained daughter from helping an unwed mother. More controversy surfaced in 2015 when rumors circulated that Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar refused to let midwife daughter Jill Duggar assist at the birth of an unwed mother. Jill is a practicing midwife, and she wanted to offer a helping hand to the pregnant sister of her sister-in-law, but said sister was unmarried. Jim Bob and Michelle reportedly protested Jill's involvement, saying that birth out of wedlock went against their Christian values. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give it a like. And be sure to subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. Not to mention, Jill Duggar's midwife credentials are questionable anyway. Speaking of Jill, the midwife, do you know that fans, including some qualified medical professionals, have repeatedly questioned Jill Duggar's midwifery credentials? She runs a midwife service called Labor Sit and has supposedly helped with numerous births, including that of her sister, JoyAnna Duggar, in 2018. But so far as anyone can find, she's only ever completed a CPM competency certificate, which requires far less training than a CNM or certified nurse midwife license. A CNM requires a bachelor's degree, 3 years in a midwifery program, and 1 year of experience as a nurse. Jill Duggar and her husband Derek faked their mission trip. Jill Duggar was in trouble again when in 2015 she and husband Derek were embroiled in a controversy surrounding their supposed mission trip to El Salvador. They solicited donations for a trip to help villagers in the impoverished nation. Instead, fans got upset when the couple took not 1 but 2 expensive trips back to the US to attend weddings. What money did they use to pay for those flights? The money kindly donated by their fans. Those following the couple on Instagram couldn't help feeling from the pictures they posted that the entire escapade was more of a vacation than a mission trip. The Duggar family held a fake charity event for TV. From fake mission trips to taking food from those on the poverty line, the Duggar saga continued when in May 2015 they were accused of staging a food drive. Onlookers at an Arkansas thrift store watched in horror as the Duggars stood in front of the cameras passing out boxes of junk food. They did this 3 times. But that sounds charitable, we hear you saying. But wait, there's more. As soon as the cameras stopped rolling, the Duggars, satisfied with the footage, proceeded to take back all the food. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar might have spanked their children with a rod. While Michelle has said she prefers to use positive reinforcement over punishment, a 2015 police report suggests otherwise. When Josh Duggar's sexual abuse of his sisters came to light, the report contained other information about the family. This included one minor claiming their mother and father spanked them with a rod when they misbehaved. While no names were included in the report, it's likely to be Michelle and Jim Bob, given the police only spoke with the Duggar family over the Josh Duggar incident. Ben Seawald thinks teaching evolution causes racism. In 2015, Ben Seawald, the husband of the fifth eldest Duggar child, Jessa, made some cringeworthy comments about racism on their YouTube channel. He stated racism had no place in Christianity because the teaching of evolution has caused it. Not only did he go on to call evolution a, quote, false religion, but he said it teaches people that some people are more evolved than others. Internet commentators jumped on the statement, mocking Ben for mixing up his historical facts. The view he was talking about was once promoted by the Nazi Party and widely rejected by scientists. JoyAnna Duggar and her now husband might have done the dirty early. The Duggars are well known for their views on dating. Michelle and Jim Bob encouraged, some would say forced, their adult children to court rather than date. The ritual involved all kinds of strange rules, from side hugs to chaperoning. The eldest Duggars only shared their first kiss with their husbands and wives on their wedding day. But it's rumored JoyAnna Duggar might have broken the strict code of conduct. Some believe she conceived her first child with now husband Austin Forsyth well before they were married. She brought her wedding forward by a dramatic 5 months and announced the pregnancy a mere 3 months after the wedding day. Close family friend Tabitha Payne married a convicted sex abuser. It was well known the Duggars hired a live-in tutor called Tabitha Payne, but it was revealed in 2017 that by hiring her, the family had knowingly let a convicted sex offender into their home. Tabitha was engaged to a man called Timothy Robertson at the time. They're now married. In 1999, Robertson was convicted for sexually assaulting a roommate in Myrtle Beach. Though he was taken off the sex offender list in 2008 and remains adamant he was falsely accused, it's telling that the Duggar parents were comfortable letting him into their home. Derek Dillard's transphobic views got him fired from Counting On. TLC decided to drop Derek Dillard, husband of Duggar's sibling Jill, when he made controversial transphobic remarks about another of the channel's stars, Jazz Jennings. In 2017, he tweeted a controversial statement about Jennings' upbringing, in which he continually misgendered the teenage TV star. TLC immediately kicked Derek off the spin-off show Counting On, saying they had no plans to feature him in the future. Ben Seawald insulted Catholics with a controversial book. Ben Seawald ran into trouble in 2017 when he shared a photo of the book The Roman Catholic Controversy to his Instagram profile. He wrote in his post he was sharing the book because it offered new insight into the causes of the well-known rift between Catholics and Protestants. Fans and foes alike piled onto his page calling him prejudiced for supporting such a universally disliked author and ignorant and misinformed of common religious and historical viewpoints. JoyAnna Duggar's boyfriend was more liberal than Michelle would like. Michelle and Jim Bob are notoriously strict regarding their children's dating. So imagine their horror to hear JoyAnna Duggar was at one point rumored to be courting Caleb Williams. This longtime friend of the Duggar family was described by Michelle as somewhat more liberal than the Duggars would care for. To make matters worse, Williams was arrested for sexual assault. Though he pled not guilty, the Duggar family was quick to drop their association with him. Josh Duggar was arrested in April 2021 for child porn. On April 29, 2021, Josh Duggar, a soon-to-be dad of 7, was taken into police custody in Arkansas on child pornography charges. Though he's pleaded not guilty to the charges that he downloaded and possessed child pornography, sources close to the family say they aren't surprised. Josh was released on bond into the wardship of friends of the family. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you still watch the Duggar family on TLC's Counting On? Or do you think TLC should cancel the show in light of Josh Duggar's recent allegations? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.